Hi, I'm Sherry Marisi.
And we're the Marisi family.
When I started attending Blackhawk Church, when I was going to nursing school, and I met my husband there, and we were married, and when we had children, I had heard so many good things about Blackhawk and had seen some of our friends' children go there. My sister-in-law graduated from Blackhawk, so we really were interested in sending our children there. We were able to start Janice in the kindergarten, and that was 1984. And then after that, April, David, Philip, Melissa, Jessica, and then our Matthew is the youngest, and he graduated in 2014. That fall, our first grandchild, Cooper, started attending Blackhawk, and since then we have 8 grandchildren here. There's so many things I'm thankful for. Some of the friendships that I and also my children over 30 years have maintained. Those people are still very close friends. Some are in Bible studies with us. 4 of my children met their spouses at Blackhawk, and I'm very, very thankful for that. Very godly women and men that came into our family. When my husband passed away that night, my house was full of Blackhawk people from the school and the church. We couldn't even sit down. There were so many people praying for us. Several of the teachers had lost parents at a young age. They came alongside my younger children and kind of mentored them on how to get through that. The same biblical teaching, prayer support community that my children had in 1984, I still see it with my grandchildren in 2021. I'm so thankful for that.
My name is Janice. I'm the oldest of the Marisi clan. Not only did I attend the school, but I actually worked at the church for a while, and so I feel like it's been a significant part of my life. Being committed not only to academic excellence and preparing my mind, but the spiritual foundation that was established. Their thumbprint is on my life, and I love now as an adult being able to see that same thing happening in my nieces and nephews. I still quote Happy Waltz, who was my 5th grade teacher, about double whammies. She used to talk about how when God brings something before you more than once, he wants you to pay attention to it. And she called it a double whammy, and I still use that.
Some of my best memories at Blackhawk that my kids get to do is jogathon and 6th grade kickball tournament. My son in 7th grade is going to be a part of Spirit Week and get to do, when he's older, involved in the sports and musicals. I love that there's still teachers that I had in high school that are still in the high school, and the relationships we're building and the commitment of the teachers who love Jesus so much that they are committed to the school and invested in me. And now I'm looking forward to those teachers investing in my kids.
We have 3 kids that attend Blackhawk right now. It was neat finding out our 2nd grader's teacher, Jean Guthrie, how I was able to tell her that I also had him for 2nd grade. And she immediately went to questions like, where did you sit, and things of that nature. So it was neat to be able to share that with her in a teacher. The foundation that our parents, my parents, set for us, and BCS being able to build upon that is something that we also see in our kids as we try to lead our family and have BCS come along us and help us with that as well.
The people in my life that have been most instrumental came from Blackhawk, both from students that I attended school with as well as teachers that I had.
When you're surrounded by examples of people that have given themselves over to Christ and you see Christ in them and you see that lived out every day, there's just nothing like it. I feel like most standout examples in my mind is when 9/11 happened, and I walked into Tom Hopewell's class, and I think he was teaching history, and he said, we're not going to read about history today, we're going to watch it. And then he said, and then we're going to take time and pray for the leaders of this country. And at the end of the day, Steve Longbrake brought us all together in the gym, and he read scripture and reminded us who our source was and what our foundation was built on.
When I think of Blackhawk, I think just the relationships that I built with friends, but not only with friends, but also with the teachers and staff, and just the genuine, intentional relationships that they wanted to build with me over time.
Yeah, and we just actually had our first child. We had a little boy, and thinking about his future and raising him up to love Jesus, Blackhawk instilled a lot of biblical truths in us over the many years we were here, and so it has really helped us.
I and my family are eternally grateful over the last 37 years now that we've had children and grandchildren at Blackhawk Christian School.